So hopefully we should be streaming now. Yes, we are. See, that was quick and easy. Ah, we're live. Woo! Nathan, turn up your
Yay.
fucking mic. Anyway, yeah, we're live. Bless you. Bless your soul. My
What soul?
The soul that you should have.
Wrong.
You may need to email your manufacturer if they forgot to implement that.
Nah, that's okay. I think I function normally without one.
Okay.
Sure. Anyway.
So we could. I can start. We can start asking questions because I do have some questions.
Shoot.
All right. When do you think is an appropriate time for kids to get married or to date in general?
Date?
I'd say around 50.
That's tough. Going into high school is a good time. Yeah. Like, you enter high school, from then on, I'd say that's good.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like in high school, like when you first get into high school, it's not a good time
Why not?
because
Yeah,
your kid
I
just
agree
got
with that. I'd
in.
say around 15.
Not when you just get in. Like, yeah.
I feel like grade
Oh,
10
you were
might be
done.
good enough. Because
Because
when you
once you
just get into high school, you're meeting new people that you've never met before.
once you just get into high school, you feel like you should focus more on maybe
Mm-hmm.
getting used to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not saying that like you should push kids to start dating like the second they get in, but just
No.
I feel like it should be
If
open from
anything,
that point
parents
on.
push to date after high school and first, anyways.
Yeah. I'm just saying from that point on, it should be like open, at least.
And what if your kid were to say, "Oh, I'm in love with this person"?
Well, then
I would. Well, first of all, I need to know who this person is.
Yeah. Also, I'm not a.
If I haven't heard of this person's name in a conversation, then I need to know first.
Well, I feel like if your kid were to straight up say to you, "Oh, I love this person," you can easily just say to them, "Well, how do you know?"
How do you?
True.
I mean, that begs the
'Cause-
question then: how does anybody know?
Caden,
Yeah.
can we do something every single stream with the thumbnail?
With the thumbnail? Like
Yeah,
what?
can we just? You remember how you put thick thighs save lies?
Yeah.
Next one, we should just keep adding random words here.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. This is brand new.
sick.
Thick thighs
Do
save
that.
lives. You know, if they're
Okay.
thick enough, you can use them as a flotation device.
Okay, what game? Okay, do you believe? Okay, this question's really weird. I didn't really think this one through. Do you think that ideas can be made reality with the snap of a finger?
No, not at all.
No.
Not even close. Never. Not
No.
even. Unless
The
your
reason I
idea
say
is
that-
I want to snap my fingers.
The reason I say that is because you know the game Cuphead?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That idea wasn't terrible, but the makers of it, they quit their jobs and they just banked on it working. And they just prayed that, oh, if this game does well, we'll be good.
See, the thing is, it wasn't a snap of a finger. It's because that, like, you can see that took a shit ton of work. Like, you can make your ideas work, but you got to be willing to put in the effort. You know, people always romanticize like being your own boss, being self-employed, but they don't really realize that when you do that, you end up working way harder than you ever would have if you're working for someone else. So like you can I mean, don't take advice from me. You know, don't quote me on this. But you could drop out of school to pursue whatever idea you may have, as long as you're willing to put in the effort and put in the work to get it done and get it done properly.
That's true, but it's really based off of the idea that you have. Like, is this idea realistic? Can I make this work?
Yeah.
Because if you have an idea like, oh, I'm gonna make an animal that can turn itself inside out and it's gonna make millions.
It's gonna be.
They-
Why would somebody buy that?
Exactly. But if your idea isn't really like a good one, what's the point?
You're right. You're right.
The makers of Cuphead, the makers of okay, I'm gonna keep going back to Cuphead as
Yeah,
an
yeah, because
idea.
that's your inspiration
like
for this question.
Yeah, that's the best idea so far. Because the makers of Cuphead, they they just thought, okay, we'll make a game about a guy with a head as a cup, and he has to go around defeating these bosses over and over and over again.
Uh-huh.
No one would really think, oh,
Bro,
that's a
Ron
great
from Rick.
idea.
I forgot
That's
I
a
had
great
that. That's awesome.
idea. Shut up, Nathan.
So dumb, but I'm so happy that I had
Nathan,
it.
shut the fuck up.
Why? Wait, what is it? What's wrong?
We're
streaming.
streaming.
Why am I always the last one to know?
Cause you're not paying
You said
attention.
it
Holy
3
shit.
times.
We've been
You
streaming.
know what? Whatever. Fine. Okay, so now that we're streaming, I don't know.
We've been streaming.
Shut up, damn it! I know that.
It's been up for 6 minutes. Anyway,
Wait, no, fuck! I didn't want to do that.
yeah, no. Part of it is definitely being realistic with your idea. And don't... I mean, okay, this is a bit more specific to, again, to Cuphead. But for them, I'm, like, almost 100% certain they didn't go in with the idea of, you know, people with cups for heads running around shooting bosses. They came in with the idea of a hand-drawn video game about, I don't know, a side-scrolling, shoot-'em-up, hand-drawn animated video game. I'm pretty sure that's where it would have started. So, like, be realistic in your ideas, but you can make it work.
I also feel like, okay, actually, let's move on from this topic because we've said enough on it.
We've been talking about this topic for like 6 minutes.
Well, we've still said a good amount, Caden. Shut up.
Alright.
You should talk about politics. Y'all will go on for ages.
Funny enough, I was about to bring up something semi like that.
Bet.
I'm
down
gonna
for
leave.
politics.
I don't belong in political talk.
Well,
You
it's not
should.
really big political, but Aaliyah, you actually should be here because your opinion might actually be hella useful.
Okay.
You know how women don't have the same rights as men and like no equal pay and that kind of stuff.
Right.
Do you believe that in the future, if we do fix it, women would want even more, or would
Yes.
they be satisfied?
They'd want
No.
more.
Even more. It's like with anybody.
And do you believe it's going to get to the point where men have less rights than women?
Yeah.
That would take a long time.
It would take a long time, yes, but if it does, like, eventually, you know, if we do get the same rights as men, we will want more. And eventually, we'll get too much. Because, as they say, like, great power comes great responsibility, right?
Y'all.
So if we
are
had,
you saying that you wouldn't be responsible with it? Or
no, we would
you
demand
just,
more rights, you know?
even though
If
you
we
guys
had
have
started
this,
off,
that
if
you
we had
want.
started off with equal, then, you know, we wouldn't have such a big issue about, you know, who has more rights than the other.
Yeah, well, I mean, those type of things kind of come with having a sexually dimorphic species. I've thought
It's kinda
about this
like-
a lot.
I've read about this thing, and it's called the pink tax. So it's on things that women need, like period products. We pay a pink tax on that just because it's quote unquote luxury.
There's definitely a lot of stuff that's not equal between men and women, but the pink tax is one of the things that I just can't get behind.
Can
No,
you guys
it's
explain
like-
this
Because
to
the
me?
idea of the pink tax is that women's products versus men's products, for like the same thing, the women's products would cost more just because they're marketed towards women.
Right.
For stuff like period products, that doesn't really work because there is not really a male period product. But for stuff like deodorant, you'd go You go get the men's deodorant, it's like $5. You get the women's deodorant, it's like $12.
Yeah.
I have two main problems with this. Number one, if you go and look at a lot of the products where the pink tax exists, it's there because in the women's products there's a lot more work put into it. Like with the deodorant, I went and checked this out. You go to the men's deodorant, the ingredients, there's like 3 ingredients or whatever. You go to the women's deodorant, I can't speak. Go to the women's deodorant, the ingredients list is down the entire back of the thing. There's just a lot more stuff in there, so you're paying more because you're buying more.
And
lost my
then
Pop-Tart.
I also disagree because I am a girl and I disagree with like the whole putting a lot more stuff in women's stuff because like who cares? There are
Yeah.
guys who care about their hair as much as
I
we
know.
care about our hair. So why is
I
there a
don't mean
bigger section
to be
of
offensive
women's
while
stuff?
saying this, but women are just insatiable.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't know what that word is.
And-
I don't know what that word is.
Oh, it means that they can't be satisfied.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
But okay, there comes my second problem about like the more stuff being in women's stuff. It's because they buy it. Like no one's telling
True.
you need to buy the women's stuff.
No, they just buy it because they think that if there's more, it's better.
Yeah. So like if you're a woman listening and you're upset about the pink tax, go just buy men's shit. Just go buy men's deodorant, men's products.
Yeah, and some girls like using men's product better than female
Yeah.
products. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
there is one thing, however, I can't budge on. Shampoo. 2-in-1
That's
shampoo.
another thing
That is a problem.
really
2-in-1 shampoo. Y'all, men's shampoo be like, you get your one bottle, it's shampoo, it's conditioner, it's body wash, it's
2-in-1
car
shampoo is
oil,
garbage.
it's cooking grease, it's butter. What was that?
Here's
EJ?
another thing that's kind of fucked up. So
Uh-huh.
when people, or like say a woman were to use a men's product, they basically get like almost ridiculed for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah.
That,
I mean, I'd say the
that's
same.
another confused me. I'm like, I don't get it. She just wants to use a male product.
The same goes for
better.
men
Somehow
do.
wrong for
Yeah, the same goes for men using women's products. Gender roles are too strict. That's basically it. Guys, the patriarchy. Guys.
Okay, and to go off of the whole question of that, like, to go off of what Nathan said, how women, like, who said the idea of how women get made fun of if they use men products? Who said
Nathan.
that was me.
Yeah, to go off of Nathan's idea, do you still think women? Okay, why do you think people still bully others?
Various reasons.
Various.
One of the biggest is to make themselves feel better. A lot of bullies have a troubling home life or something.
Discord's being aid.
Sure. A lot of bullies would have like a troubling
Don't
home
even
life.
say anything. Just leave like I do.
And
I'm
that's
back.
what should we call it? It's not an excuse for bullying people, but like that tends to be one of the big reasons is that they're having a tough time, and so their way to make themselves feel better is putting others down.
To take it on somebody else.
Yeah.
But how is that really making you feel better?
I
You're
mean,
making
like,
somebody feel
Because
worse.
they're making somebody else feel the pain that they feel on a daily basis.
yeah,
So it's
Or-
kind of just like you feel what I feel, so now, it's normal.
yeah. Or like, say, you're
They hate
feeling
being
really
the
down.
one- they hate being the one suffering, so they like seeing other people.
Yeah. Or like,
Mhm.
if you think like, man, I really suck at this, then you can go like fucking bully others for being worse than you. Like, man, I don't suck. Look at those guys. They suck. Ha, look at them. Ha.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
Haha, look at that guy. What a fucking pussy. Ha ha ha.
but let's look at it like this. If you see somebody that's doing worse than you, don't you semi-think to yourself, wait, what if I get as bad as him?
Not really.
Because once you
Well-
hit rock bottom, there's only two ways: up and deeper.
That's not what rock bottom means.
something
There's only
deeper
one.
than-
There's
Rock-
only two
Once you hit
ways:
rock
up
bottom,
or
there's no
staying where
coming
you
back
are.
up. You're at your lowest point.
Rock bottom is the lowest point by definition. You can't go deeper.
Yeah, you can go deeper than rock bottom.
No, if you
The
can go
fuck can you
deeper,
go-
you're not
Have
at
no
rock.
life.
There's,
EJ,
nah, he's
EJ,
right. There's rock bottom and then there's bedrock.
EJ, the definite EJ. If you can go deeper, it's no longer rock bottom because the
Wait, calm
definition of
down,
rock
Kaden.
bottom.
EJ's dying.
I swear.
Nah, calm down. He's right. Bedrock.
No, that's not. You fucking dumbass. Nothing pisses
Kaden.
me off more than people misusing English.
This is why you're in this one, okay? Because you're that one that gets
You
pissed
can't
off of
win
everything.
this. You can't win this.
You can't.
You can use as many scientific definitions as you want. You're not winning this argument.
It's rock bottom.
Guys.
Bedrock.
I hate you all.
There's the center of the world. There's
Fuck
the center of the
off!
world.
Past bedrock, you hit Earth's core.
Shut the fuck up.
Once you go past bedrock, you hit the void.
You hit Earth's core, you fucking explode. Dead.
Oh my
Earth's
fuck.
core is the definition of suicide.
We're taking Kaden off with this.
You really are. Like, fuck off.
You go
There's bedrock, Kaden, and
Shut
past
up!
bedrock.
There's no bedrock.
There is. Kaden, you're telling us about being scientifically right? There is bedrock, you know.
That's not how English works.
There is something beyond rock bottom. There's
And Kaden, once you hit bedrock, once you go past bedrock, you hit the void. When you hit the void, you lose all of your items, Kaden. There's no keep inventory.
Unless you put /keep items.
Slash keep.
Inventory.
You're just
What
like
if God just
you're
says,
being
"Slash
robbed
keep
at
inventory
gunpoint.
true"?
You're being robbed at gunpoint. Just like hold on. Let me grab my phone. /keep inventory. Then you shoot yourself in the head.
You ain't getting my shit.
You ain't getting me today, nigga.
He's about to shoot you.
How about we go from
Psych.
a serious conversation to rock bottom in
Fuck,
bedrock?
shut the fuck up.
Imagine if we could do shit in video games in real life. It's like someone's
Yeah, I
about to kill
know.
you. It's like opponent has left the game.
Fast
Game mode
travel.
creative.
Fast
You
travel.
ain't getting me today.
Y'all, imagine if you could just
You
fucking.
start flying away.
Imagine if you could just like snap and be in
You pull
Florida.
some Deadpool shit. This guy's got like he's fully leveled up. He's got like 7 guns on him. You just pull out like a fucking RPG.
Level 1,000 pause versus.
You just clap your hands and it's like this is how Mafia works. You instantly become like level 8 million. You just pull out a gun.
No, you just hear freaking the JoJo song. You hear,
Naruto running away. Alright, we've gone off topic. EJ, bring us back into topic.
Wait. I'm doing something.
Where do they charger?
The silent. Wait, it's not even silent. Just Kaden over here, just doing whatever he's doing.
Yeah, EJ.
We killed off like half of Caden's brain cells with that bedrock.
You really fucking did.
All we need to do to piss off Kaden, bedrock.
Shut the fuck up.
The fuck you say to me, Kaden?
Sorry.
If Caden's struggling trying to remember something,
Nathan,
from the
shut
test,
the
I'm
fuck
just
up.
gonna walk up behind him and I'm just gonna say bedrock.
Nathan, you can shut the fuck up. Olio, you're fine.
Thank you.
Oh.
No, you're about.
Someone salty.
Imagine you're walking down a dark alley and you just hear this.
Bedrock.
Stop. I can barely even hear it, but
I know,
I
that's funny.
I don't even know what it's trying to be. I just
hold on,
want
let me
you to
turn up my. Wait. Just imagine you walk down a dark alley and you just hear this.
I have a better idea. You're walking down the street. EJ, pause this. Pause this nonsense. You just hear this.
I just turn around and go, "Oh, Congo, is that you?"
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
"Oh, Congo, is that you?"
Nah.
If I hear that from behind me, it's time to end game.
Shadow clone jutsu and just dip.
Shadow Clone Jutsu! Fireball!
Hell yeah, bedrock.
Fire style fireball
Shut
jutsu!
up!
I
Man.
had a thing in a video game where you literally just summon bedrock.
Okay, should we get back
My
on topic?
superpower is
Yes,
I
we can go back
summon
on top,
bedrock.
Yo, they
please.
should make bedrock armor in Minecraft.
They should.
Please,
That'd
can
be
we go back on
so
top?
awesome.
How would you get the bedrock?
Okay, we're getting back on topic.
How would you
Create
get
a
the
new
bedrock to craft
You
it?
can only mine obsidian
Bedrock.
with diamond, right? You need an obsidian pickaxe and you
No! Kill yourself.
Listen, we are gonna be millionaires with this idea.
rock.
Please die.
Okay, let's get back on topic.
Alright.
Okay. And Aaliyah,
Hi.
you can talk about your version of this too. Do you believe that yanderes are real?
There
Yes.
was one, yeah. I remember a case, kind of
Yeah.
famous case from, I think it was, I forget, somewhere
Wait, do
in,
you not know what a yandere
Scientific
is?
definition of
Nathan?
yandere is just a psychopath who's in it for love.
yeah.
Hold on.
Wait, Nathan
let me
didn't know what a
screen-
yandere was?
That's a yandere?
Nathan, you didn't know what a
Yes.
yandere was?
Hold on,
It's
Nathan,
just-
I'm gonna send
What
you a
type of
definition.
uncultured?
Have you not heard of Yandere Simulator?
Isn't that the one where
Yandere-chan?
you're playing in that school?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Basically.
she's killing everybody who
Yeah,
loves her
Somebody
senpai.
who's sweet and kind at first glance.
Notice
when
me,
it comes down to their love life,
senpai.
you'll always act
So let's say
offensively.
I like Kaden and
Uh-huh.
somebody else likes Kaden.
Whoa,
I will
whoa,
kill
whoa. That's
that person.
Guys,
I will kill that person just so I can have Kaden for myself.
Aw, thank
That's
you.
what I would be if I was a yandere.
Means a
so
lot to me.
that's a yandere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
There was this one
Um,
case in, I think, was
Hong
it
Kong.
Eastern Asia? I forget which country it was in. Basically,
No,
this,
South Korea.
this guy's girlfriend stabbed him to death. And then, of course, because the internet is the internet, you know, everyone was like, ah, hot. Hot. Please be my girlfriend. Whereas they would probably literally die.
Yeah, but then there's also the thing I've also seen a lot. It's like if a yandere has a boyfriend or a girlfriend, then you know they become like if their love doesn't love them, like their crush doesn't love them, they will like
Neuter
torture
them. They will neuter them.
Neuter them. They will
They
neuter
will
them.
Just
torture
searched up
them.
the definition of genocidal maniac.
Basically.
Basically the same thing.
What my name?
Okay, guys.
You're
I'm gonna be
literally
honest.
killing a nationality. Yo, fucking Hitler is a genocidal maniac.
Pretty much.
Okay, I just want to say, for like a week in grade 8, I had like a bad fear of yanderes. I swear I told the story, but the amount of messed up stuff you hear about them. There's one where a girl literally carved her name into the guy's arm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yikes! My arm.
And a girl who killed his whole family, poisoned him, and she only had the cure to the poison in his veins. So he killed her, and then just died afterwards.
Interesting.
That's a good way to get
stories that you
somebody.
hear are
Poison them
mess.
and have the antidote and they can't get it
It's a
anywhere else. You're
mess.
forced to love them.
You're forced to listen to them or just die.
Fucking hell.
I just
Piss off,
to
I'm
be
not
honest,
trying
I'd
to
rather just die.
goddamn copy and paste deviant. Sorry, I was trying to show you guys something, but my phone is being dumb.
The one thing about
Oh.
me, I'll never let anybody be able to control me.
Yeah, nobody.
EJ,
You can
I'm gonna
hang something
control
on my
you.
head or whatever. I just say use it. I don't care.
EJ, I'm gonna control you.
EJ, I'm gonna control you.
Nice try. Fuck off.
Get ready for the coming.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Hmm?
Anyway,
8 inches around. It's too much for me, man. Too much.
So, like-
oh,
Pass the booth.
Next
No.
topic.
Next topic.
Next topic. What would life be like if we switched places with animals? Like if they were like we were treated like the pets.
We were
And
treated
they-
by whom?
Technically, what animal? What animal? Like any animal?
Any animal.
But
To
like,
be honest,
would they
it'd
just be like
pretty
regular?
fucking dope to be a eagle.
But
Yeah, I
wait,
know,
okay,
right? You'd
okay.
be able to fly and
So much
everything.
Wait, I have
freedom.
so
You
many
just get to fly and
questions.
do whatever the
Be a
hell you
raven.
want.
I have so many questions. Wait. Are we animals? Or
Then
like,
Kate is
are
the technical
okay?
one.
Are we animals or are we humans?
If we
But like,
could get
we're
replaced with animals,
Nathan,
are
shut
we,
up!
Are we animals?
Nathan, shut up. No, are we like turned into animals or are humans just not at the top of the food chain? And like some other species is
No,
treating
you
us like
fucker.
pets.
We get turned into animals. That's what he just said.
Is it, EJ?
Yes.
Shut up, Nathan! No one asked you!
He literally just said yes.
No, I said no. Let's look at it both ways. Either
Thank you,
A, we're
EJ.
not at the top
Nathan,
of the
shut
food
the
chain,
fuck
and
up.
B, we are the animals.
You shut the fuck up. I'm trying to listen to what EJ has to say. God damn it.
So was I when you fucking interrupted him, being like,
Nathan,
oh, I
Nathan,
know what
you
he
shut
said.
the hell up.
Thank you.
God,
I was saying
EJ.
A and B. So we are both at the top of the food chain, but we are both at the bottom of the food chain, and we are animals.
Okay, if we weren't at the top of the food chain, I feel like humans would probably organize a revolution of some kind. That's
Pretty
something
much.
we would do. It'd be a fucking dope ass World War III type. Hell
At
yeah.
war with
Wait,
friggin'
did you
animals.
say dope?
I said dope.
You think a World War III would be cool?
Yeah,
I don't really know how to
revolution.
feel about that.
Revolt against your animal overlords.
I say we kill Kaden
But,
first. He'll get us
but
killed.
let's be real. If they're just like humans, wouldn't they
We
be just
kill
as
Animal
advanced?
Hitler first.
And if we're just as advanced as wouldn't that mean we would wouldn't that mean the dinosaurs would have figured out a way to avoid extinction?
Yeah. I feel like, okay, if they were on the same level as us, then, there would be that one, like, half of the world that wants to live peacefully with the animals together, and then there'd be the other half that disagrees and wants to be at the top. So there'll be a constant war between those two groups and the animals.
So technically, it's Utopia, but with humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there would be a whole bunch of chaos because there are people who disagree with living equally with any other like species.
And do you
Race.
think do you think
Race and
religion
species.
would still be a thing?
Religion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do
No.
you think that the animals would have like their own religion?
Animals would have like their
animals
own
would have
religion.
It depends how like interconnected with animals we were.
It's true enough. Fair enough.
Kind of like those stories, where like the vampires and the werewolves live together perfectly, and then something happened between them, and all of a sudden they're fighting.
Yeah.
And do you believe that?
I actually have a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of related to species thing, except here's a little twist. What if the dinosaurs were still alive today and they went through the 65 million years of evolution where they didn't exist because they died. But say if they were to evolve throughout those years and coexist with us today, but then they decided to turn on us, how do you think we'd handle it?
Just
fucking
like
no clue
Just like
whatsoever.
how we always handle their situation.
War.
Explosives and bullets.
War, yeah. War seems good.
War, yeah.
But depending on the certain
65
animal,
million years and adapting to Earth's new conditions and shit, they would technically be way smarter than.
yeah.
They
No,
would
they
be, because
wouldn't.
animals are already smart
No, that's
enough.
not true at all, Caden. Velociraptors on default are smarter than us. It's literally
Yeah.
been proven.
Humans, okay, they wouldn't be that smart. Oh, okay, they would be smart, but like not that much smarter from them. They'd probably have
Yeah, but
like
humans would take.
What?
Still at the top.
Nathan, you're cutting out.
Yeah, Nathan. Your Wi-Fi.
Dinosaurs would still be at the top of the food chain, so if they kept killing us, we would.
Nathan, you're still cutting out.
Nathan, you're cutting out really bad.
I know my internet's ass.
Anyway, I'm thinking the lack of opposable thumbs would hold them back
That
a
doesn't make
lot.
anything.
No, but I feel like
Kaden,
they'd be.
Yeah.
if they
That doesn't
adapted
mean
with
anything.
us, they would be able to create items that they would, be able to
And
use.
since they
How?
adapted with us,
How?
wouldn't we try to better them so they can help us?
Exactly. If we were
Technically,
living
we
together
wouldn't really be
perfectly
able to
fine
do that,
before
and
then,
vice versa,
we'd create
considering
things for them
they've
to be
been
able to
around
use.
long.
No,
Yeah,
I
but-
really think that the lack of opposable thumbs would hold them back. Like,
Animals have a
Why
way of
don't
doing
you
their
learn how
own
to
shit,
jump?
right?
Yeah, no, okay. To develop advanced tools that they could use with their current hands, they'd need to be able to use basic tools, and to do that, they'd need opposable thumbs. That's why the
Yes,
only
but
animals.
say
That's why the only animals in the
But
animal kingdom
that's-
right now that are using even rudimentary tools all have opposable thumbs. You just can't do it without them. Like
Yeah,
stuff
but
like
Did you know that there
primates.
are
speaking
multiple
as if
dinosaur
we already
species that
helped
have
them.
opposable thumbs? And technically, this is 65 million years of evolution. How do you know that not a single one of them could obtain opposable thumbs?
Because
throughout
only
Yeah,
mammals have
65
opposable
million
thumbs.
years?
Because
As far
Kaden,
as
just
No,
like
no, no,
how
shh.
we evolved,
That
so
makes
can
no
they.
sense. You do know cats never had opposable thumbs, and now they do, right?
Yeah, but as far as I know, only mammals have opposable thumbs.
So mammals will help them. Mammals will be the one to create the things
Dude,
that are able to
mammals aren't
adapt
the
to
only thing.
non-disposable thumb
Komodo
users.
dragons have opposable thumbs, and those are
Kaden,
reptiles.
having no thumbs isn't a problem to them if they're able to adapt with us and learn our ways.
That's true.
It still would.
And like I said, 65 million years of evolution. It obviously gets
It's
smarter
like
and
being on
adapts to the
enemy
new
territory,
conditions of the
having a
world.
spy on the inside. Once you learn their plans and they don't know it, you work around it. They're like, if they're at the top of the food chain, then they're gonna have a way to get rid of us without us knowing.
How though?
What do you mean
How
how?
would
They
they not?
adapted
What's
with
wrong
us.
with
They
you?
learned with us.
No,
They're
okay,
gonna
listen,
know how to do things.
Okay, listen. There's been a long time for evolution, even without dinosaurs. There's been a really long time for evolution. The only animals that have opposable thumbs, as far as I know, are mammals. So what I'm
Kaden,
saying, what I'm saying is dinosaurs would never, even Nathan, even after 65 million years of evolution, they wouldn't get opposable thumbs. They wouldn't be able to
How
use
the fuck
any
do you
tools.
know that?
How
Because
would you know?
the world has been around for way longer than 65 million years, and only mammals have ever gotten them. As far as I know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but to the best
Well,
of my knowledge,
reptiles also gain them.
do they? Which
But
reptiles?
some reptiles evolve differently. Yeah, they might not have opposable thumbs, but they might have like a different ability that's unknown to us. Just like how certain animals can detach certain limbs and they'll grow back within a few minutes.
Yeah, how would that help though? In using tools?
How would that help the dinosaurs or us?
Kaden, who cares about tools?
That's tools are.
Considering
Listen,
you do know that dinosaurs kind of already have tools almost built into their body.
yeah, so does every animal. Listen, you know why humans are at the top of the food chain? It's because we made tools. That's the only reason. We're not the strongest, we're not
Actually,
the
it's because
fastest.
we were smarter.
Yeah, and the intelligence let us make tools, but we couldn't make the tools if we didn't have opposable thumbs. You can't work with materials and make things without opposable thumbs. So no matter how smart you are, you're never going to be able to advance if you can't make tools. But you need thumbs. Humans are only at the top of the food chain.
True at all.
Yes, that is entirely
That's
true.
Literally
That is not
true at all.
What do you mean? How is it not true?
You have animals
You're
that
saying
can bite you,
things
that can poison
can't
you.
Get better.
That is
Things
literally
can't
their
evolve
weapon.
without tools.
Aaliyah,
Yes, Mom?
there are already animals that exist right now that can do all that stuff. You know why they're not a problem? You know why we're not being overrun right now? Because we have tools.
Yes, but we're talking about the fact that if we were to live with animals and they were to grow with us, that's the thing. If they were to grow with us.
Yeah. If they were to grow with us. If they were to evolve.
Dude, opposable thumbs isn't a surefire way. Like,
what?
Just because you have opposable thumbs doesn't mean you're fucking guaranteed to be at the top of the food.
That's never what I said.
Prosthetic arms. How do you think we help
That is
people who have no
exactly
arms?
what you just said.
Nathan, no, listen. That's not what I said. I didn't say opposable thumbs guarantee you for success. Other animals have opposable thumbs, but
You
they're not at the
literally
top of
said
the
that
food.
other
But
animals
that's what
aren't
your
as
whole
Stop
argument
interrupting
is.
me.
You're arguing with the fact that they can't do anything without thumbs.
Stop interrupting me. Nathan, I never said that they're a guarantee for success. Animals other than humans have opposable thumbs. They're not at the top of the food chain. I simply said they were a requirement. They don't guarantee success, but you need them to have success.
That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, it does.
That is the biggest contradiction I've ever heard in my whole life.
No, it's not. Okay, listen. You need legs to be at the top. You need legs to be a successful Olympic sprinter, right? They're a requirement. But simply having legs
Yeah,
doesn't
obviously.
guarantee that you're going to be the best sprinter that ever lived. Requiring a thing in order to achieve something does not mean that that thing guarantees your success in that thing. Otherwise, every person with legs would be an Olympic sprinter.
But let me ask you this question.
Uh-huh.
Why would a dinosaur, like animals that are literally engineered to do what they do to the best of their ability, require tools?
Because that's... Nathan, every single animal is engineered to do what they do to the best of their ability. That's what natural selection is.
Exactly.
I'm going to ask you this. Humans.
But dinosaurs
Listen. Are humans the strongest animal? No, not by a long shot. Are humans the fastest animal? No, not by a long shot. Are they the best in a fight? No, not by a long shot. You have lions, you have tigers, you have fucking raptors. Like, not like velociraptors, the whatever it's called, like the class of animals. You have crocodiles, you have bears, you have all these things that are way stronger than humans, way better than them in a fight. If you had an unarmed human versus like any animal, the human would die very quickly. You know why we're at the top of the food chain? Tools. Doesn't matter how good dinosaurs are, doesn't matter how engineered they are through natural selection, because every animal is. Without the tools, humans would beat them.
Okay.
You think that a human could take...
just searched this up. I searched this up while you were talking about opposable thumbs and shit
Sure.
right now. You do know like literally scientists have written books about this.
Uh-huh.
About dinosaurs actually being able to use this and adapt to it.
That...
You do know that reptiles before the humans, like hundreds of thousands of millions of years ago, had opposable thumbs before us?
No, I didn't.
And they were reptiles?
I didn't. That's why I said, to the best of my knowledge, but you can correct me.
You've been corrected, and our point has been made.
There you go. Okay. Dinosaurs. If they evolved for 65 billion years...
165, actually.
165 million. I still don't think they'd be as smart as humans.
That's how long it's been since they died.
I still don't think they would be as smart as humans.
Have you seen our
not every single one of them, obviously.
Have you seen our
some
society?
Dumbass dinosaurs.
Have you seen our society? Yeah, I have seen our society.
We have some dumbass humans.
We have computers. We have harnessed the power of lightning and rocks and somehow made computers.
Okay,
You're still somehow very stupid.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking about
humans are still retards.
We're really not. Like, you can say
so
that.
Everyone, EJ's trying to speak.
Oh, EJ, what were you saying?
I was saying, okay, you know how back in the day with the Romans, they had, like, those battle formations, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would battle formations look like if it were dinosaurs?
I have no idea.
Maybe like the smaller ones in the front,
even if we had
the bigger ones in the
we
back.
still wouldn't be able to beat dinosaurs.
If we had what?
Because dinosaurs are far more sophisticated when it comes to coordination between one another. That's why the most successful hunters in the planet, 65 or 165 million years ago, were the raptor families. Utah raptors, velociraptors, even microraptors. And those things were like almost at the height of Ali's knee.
You mean like compies?
I love how you say my knee, because I'm the shortest one in this conversation.
You mean like compies?
Exactly. Those things were small.
Yeah, compies.
They were as tall as Diego.
Yeah, okay. I still think humans would win. You know, shoot them.
Nope.
Shoot them with the gun.
Me and Nathan are team animals.
No,
Not really, because raptors still have way better stealth, and they could probably sneak up behind us.
Wait,
'Cause
EJ,
like I said,
what
they're
side
way
are you on?
I'm team animal.
Ha! You are outnumbered. Kaden, leave.
Hmm.
And plus, how can you guarantee that we'd even survive against dinosaurs?
Exactly.
What do you mean?
There we go. Now we have a natural point. How are we gonna survive?
There's literally a pretty good ass chance that when it comes to food, a really good way of you out in the goddamn wild would just be to eat humans.
Humans aren't the most nutritious. They'd be hunting
That doesn't.
bigger prey, like other dinosaurs.
Yeah, but when the other dinosaurs are gone,
Yeah,
and
but
there
they
is
won't
not
be
a lot of
gone.
big.
If the dinosaurs didn't go extinct, the bigger dinosaurs wouldn't be
Easy.
gone. I don't think their main priority would be hunting
We could
humans.
go extinct from dinosaurs. Of course we could.
I don't think we could.
Yeah, but us in the their main priority wouldn't be us, but how we were in the past.
Just because it
Because
isn't a main priority of the dinosaurs doesn't mean it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, because how we wanted to know more things. We needed to learn. We needed to experience. We might, disrupt their way of life within our ways of learning,
Times
and they might.
apparently we almost went extinct.
What?
I said we almost went extinct because of the cold.
Mm-hmm. That's a much more persistent threat than dinosaurs, though.
Damn, this was an interesting conversation.
Mm-hmm. I'm still not convinced.
That doesn't matter. We have 3 against 1.
Since when was this a vote? It was
Since
just a
I made it one.
conversation.
What were we saying?
What? What was who saying?
Oh, you were saying something to me.
No.
Okay, Caden.
Yeah.
Let me riddle you this. So say this species of dinosaur would make it a priority to kill humans, and even if we had tools and shit, tell me, what would a couple sticks and stones and hammers do against this?
Ooh, dinosaur.
Let's see. I can answer that.
That's a Spinosaurus. Do you have any idea how big those are?
How big are they?
We have a dinosaur nerd over here. Yay.
Yay. How big are Spinosauruses?
Spinosauruses are bigger than T-Rexes.
How big is a T-Rex?
How big is a T-Rex?
A T-Rex, I think, is around 50 feet?
Is it bigger than a woolly mammoth?
A T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yes.
How big is a woolly mammoth?
God fucking damn it, Kaden.
Size is modern African elephants.
Okay, how about we just use buildings? Is it like
Shoulder heights? No, because I'm comparing it
it's
against
40.
Spinosaurus size.
Why didn't you just do this
Tyrannosaurus
before?
Rex's size was about.
Okay. Yeah, no, we'd be able to take that down.
And they could grow from about 15 to 20 feet. So if they were to get bigger, and a Spinosaurus is even bigger than a T.
Where's EJ in this conversation?
Spinosaurus was as tall as a giraffe.
Oh, you aren't saying anything.
Yeah, nowhere near 50 feet. You know how big 50 feet is?
Oh, god damn it.
You know how big 50 feet is?
Why did it always
change this? Yes, look. 46 to 59 feet, 75 meter skull.
Where is the source meat? Give me the source.
If those things were to start hunting humans on like a daily basis, we'd be fucked.
Nathan, give me source. Let me read.
Oh, okay, 1 second.
While y'all are doing that, I'm putting nail polish on because I'm
Of
this
course.
topic.
Okay, I'm just gonna screw. Yeah, this is a 22-ton dinosaur.
Yeah, I still think we'd be able to take it down.
Okay,
With
can we move on
sticks
from
and
this topic? I'm actually
stones.
getting
Holy
quite
woolly
ticked.
mammoth weights. This is a
Getting
22
quite
ton?
Would not be able to take that
Conversation.
down.
Did you say 22 ton?
Yes.
I don't know. I think we could do it.
Nope. Move on
highly
from this
doubt
conversation.
that.
I'm getting ticked.
What do you mean you're getting ticked?
Okay, yeah, true. EJ, what's the next topic?
You good, bro? Can we move on, please?
No, I just saw something where it says, so you're chilling in your house and you're drinking your burger, looking up the room, and you see an Eva.
Drinking your fur.
No, drinking your burger.
Hmm.
Drinking your burger.
Drink. Oh, nice.
Okay.
You ever had that moment where you're just drinking your burger in your hot ass cold room?
Next question.
No.
Next question.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you believe that the way we came up with like anime, came up with the ideas like Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z were based off of real things?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Pokemon, the creator himself, stated that it was inspired by his passion of catching bugs.
Because there are so many
Slavery.
animals that their Pokemon based off of. It's like
His
hard to imagine
passion of
not.
slavery.
Of what?
Passion of slavery.
Excuse you. What's this?
Pokemon is created out of the dude or girl's passion of slavery. It only makes sense.
Yes. Just like
Bug catching?
I mean,
Slavery,
think
yeah.
about it. Pokemon is basically a show about slavery with random ass creatures.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
They talk about being one with all the Pokemon, but instead they're
And
actually trapping them in
forcing them to
Pokeballs.
fight.
Yeah. If you're actually peacefully coexisting, then really you don't need that. Oh my god, wait! Pokemon is the perfect example of this, I guess, a perfect world with animals and humans.
Yeah. I mean, if you read the Pokemon manga, it's actually a lot closer to, like, coexisting. You don't capture the Pokemon and force them to fight for your entertainment. You literally, like, they are defending you. You don't lose if your Pokemon get knocked out. In the Pokemon manga, people are, like, going for the kill. They're about to fucking murder you, and then you gotta say, Charizard, please stop me from dying. Like, you kind of fucked if you're walking down a dark street and someone whips out, like, a fucking Arceus, and you're just like, shit. Guess it's my time.
Yeah, well, if we were living in an actual Pokemon world, Arceus would be God, right?
You would, yeah. That reminds me of that one fucking thing, like, which one's the first Pokemon? I think it was Rhydon.
So Arceus, because Arceus hatched from an egg and created the world.
Yeah, but Mew is technically the first because every Pokemon evolved from Mew.
Holy
But
crap.
then Rhydon was the first Pokemon ever designed. And then I think Squirtle is the first Pokemon in the Pokedex. Is Squirtle or is it...
It's Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur, right. It was the grass one, right. It was one of the Gen 1 starters.
Had to be Gen 1, of
It was
course.
the grass turtle.
Yeah. The grass turtle. Almost said Turtwig.
Grass turtle,
Grass
Turtwig.
Turtwig, yeah.
Grass turtle.
But Turtwig is a tree turtle. That's why his name is Turtwig. And then there's Tortuga.
Tortuga.
Next
What was his
idea.
evolution called? Is it actually called Tortuga?
No fucking clue.
I don't know. I have my Pokemon book over here. Should I bust it out and start looking?
Okay, this isn't going back to that annoying ass conversation we just had with the dinosaurs, but people have been drawing what they think dinosaurs could look like if they were still alive today, and some of them are pretty damn.
Nice. So let's move on from a very completely different topic, like that we can't not link back to this other conversation.
That was a fun conversation, though.
What conversation? Which one?
Okay, I see what you're doing there.
Like, which one
Exactly.
do you mean? Which one?
Oh, you're not. I meant the one about dinosaurs.
Oh, about us beating dinosaurs? Yeah, you know what?
I'm just
We-
saying, no
we had a
dinosaur
conversation
can
about
stand
that.
up to the power of an
Question mark?
AR-15.
We had a conversation about that.
Okay.
I thought we were talking about the animals. You know what? How about we just completely forget about animals, okay? EJ, do you
That
have any
was
questions?
fun.
I have no, fuck you.
Okay. Alright. I mean,
EJ,
maybe later.
What's the next topic?
EJ!
I feel like he just left us while we were arguing.
He does that.
While we
Anyway.
were arguing, he's just like, I'm gonna let this simmer down. Simmer down to a nice
been
boil.
Simmering for quite a while, not gonna lie.
Simmer this down to a nice boil.
To a nice
Then we
boiling
throw
point.
some pasta on it.
Let's get this
While we
to a
saute.
nice heat. I'm gonna heat up my macaroni. I'm gonna toss it in the cheese.
While we saute some vegetables, you know, we cooking over here.
Cool.
Do you guys? Okay, next question.
You're so quiet.
Do you guys think?
Yeah, that's what we were asking you to do. To give us an.
Sorry, I was on the phone. Do you guys think that the government is hiding certain things away from us?
Probably, yeah.
Of course, 100%.
I mean, they
Yeah.
like, given the track record. I mean, okay. Honestly, when it comes to politics, I'm mostly involved in the U.S. politics, so I have no idea about Canada because Canada's boring. But given the U.S. government's track record of revealing secrets to us, I'm assuming they probably still have a shit ton. Like, they used to pretend Area 51 didn't exist at all. Now they're like, yeah, no, we were
now
lying.
we're rating it.
September
Area
20th.
51 time. I got the boys up in here.
Okay, well, here's an idea that I had that I'm surprised it's not made yet. You know how we have factories that produce greenhouse gases that affect the atmosphere?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why don't we put something over the filter? Why don't we just filter the air? Why don't we just filter the smog when it
doesn't
comes out?
work like that.
Explain.
The air going out isn't like dirty normal air. It's literally just carbon dioxide.
You can't really filter carbon dioxide.
That'd be like saying, why don't we filter the oxygen so then we don't get oxygen? It's like it's like literally just pure carbon dioxide. If you filter it, you would just get carbon dioxide.
Technically we literally breathe out carbon dioxide.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every single
the first
person
thing we
on
learned
the
in
planet
science
of
class.
the Earth. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone's known that since they
but
were like
here's the
5 years
thing.
old.
See, EJ, he's got the low IQ, so I just wanted to make it
Like, can we filter the greenhouse gases, guys?
Can we filter water?
Also, if we filtered it, you realize that would still exist.
Exactly, thank you.
Filtering doesn't, like, destroy it. It just separates
catches
it.
What if we put the separated stuff?
All filters do is just separate things. Like, if you have water and it's, like, dirty, a filter... Nathan, you keep cutting out.
It's called genocide.
Okay, so that... Oh, you know what we could... Oh, I just came up with something. That would have been the perfect excuse years ago.
What?
Anxiety.
Nathan, you're cutting out.
My internet is so shit.
Then fix it!
My Discord is stupid.
Of course it is. Isn't it always?
See.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, filtering. Yeah, no, filtering just kind of separates things. It doesn't get rid of things.
Can y'all still hear this?
Yeah,
Is it quiet though?
yeah.
Perfect. We're keeping this on.
EJ!
Yeah.
Next question.
I don't think we make it this far.
What?
I don't think we'd make it this far.
Why are you posting pictures of dinosaurs, Nathan?
Because dinosaurs are awesome.
Alright.
What do you think? That's
Have you
interesting.
guys noticed the immense spike in gay people nowadays?
EJ, speak
All
up.
right. Anyways, what I was going
How about you just type your questions and we'll read them.
We're just filtering society.
Also, Nathan, you're still cutting out a lot.
Okay, well, do you guys think that gay people are like people coming out as gay is occurring a lot more frequently now?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. I mean, 50 years
I
ago,
feel like
you'd get
somehow
hung.
now that we are accepting the LGBTQ community, more people are using it
The
as an excuse.
LGTB?
Yes, shut up, Kaden. You know what I said.
Yeah.
Don't question me. I'm trying to speak.
Okay.
So even like people who are straight, they're using the excuse of being bisexual just to because they can. Because I find that
Wait.
majority of high school is full of quote unquote bisexual people, and I find that really strange because not too long ago it would be very sparse.
Nathan, what?
That's true.
Aaliyah said LGBT the first time, so
I didn't say that. I
She
said
said
he. Y'all just can't hear me.
Dysfunctional.
No. Nathan, you're deaf.
I said that. So leave me alone.
It keeps cutting out.
Nathan, that's just you.
For me.
LGTV.
I legitimately can't understand a word you're saying now.
And the next part of that question, do you believe that...
Oh, shut up!
Dude.
EJ, what?
Do you guys believe that people are using that as for attention now?
Yep.
Yeah.
100% wholeheartedly.
100%. I heard two very stupid posts before. One of them was about being trans-able, where
I hate that
people
so
who are able
much.
to walk feel lost in their body, so they purposely make themselves unable to move.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
Then there's also that one where I think it was an actual thing where pedophiles tried to make pedophilia a part of LGBTQ community.
Like, I understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, I disagree strongly. Because, their idea is that, they can't control... Well, obviously they can control their actions. Their idea is that they can't help being attracted to kids. Just like how you can't control, if you have a fetish. You didn't choose to have the fetish, Their idea is they didn't choose to do it. It's like, they kind of being gay. You didn't choose to be gay. But at the same time, it's not remotely similar to a sexuality.
You say you don't choose to be gay?
You don't choose to be gay.
You don't.
Being gay is not a choice.
You're attracted to. You just, you grow up and
EJ, did you think that was a choice?
Did you really think that?
No, because deep down I kept thinking to myself, okay, so back in the day, say if somebody, you're not born gay, because if you're born gay back in the day, you can easily be killed as an infant.
What? How would they know?
There's no way to know if you're gay until you're at the age to be able to love somebody.
So puberty.
Yeah, pretty well that too. And then if you're a kid, you notice that you have unnaturally strong feelings towards the same gender.
So, Kaden, are you telling me that? Okay, so if people are born gay, so you're telling me from a young age you can confirm whether you're interested in this?
No.
Okay.
EJ. Listen, I'm gonna have to. I've never taken a health class in my life, but somehow I know more about this than you do. When you go through puberty, you get these hormones in your body that make you feel a romantic and sexual attraction towards people that doesn't exist when you're younger. So when you're a little child, you have no sexual preference at all. You might as well be asexual, except you're not, because it's not permanent until you get to puberty. Once you hit puberty, that's when you start getting sexual feelings, and that's when you can be like,
unless you are asexual.
unless you are asexual, like some people. But that's when you're like, man, I'm horny whenever I see a guy. Maybe I'm gay. Huh. Just maybe. Might be. Possibly.
Or
Okay,
then
so
when you're
what are
bisexual, you're
other
just like,
different
I
differences?
like
I feel the
both.
same thing about a guy that with a girl, and a girl with a guy. Whoa.
It's like, wow, I wanna like fuck a girl, but also I wanna fuck a guy. It's like, oh,
Threesome.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like that's how
Basically.
most people who are bisexual will end up.
Okay, another question.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot. What was it again? What was it? Damn it, massive brain fart.
Don't worry, we all suffer from those.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? What was the question again? Damn it. Oh. Do you believe that certain people are put on this earth for certain reasons, and do you think all humans have one singular goal?
No.
Religious question.
That is a religious question.
I
You know, the
can't-
whole God has a plan.
Can't answer that.
You can answer that, Aaliyah. Your answer is no.
Well,
That's an
I
answer.
know technically I can, but I can't really explain in full detail because it's a religious question.
Here, I'll explain for you. Alright, Aaliyah's answer is no, because she doesn't believe in a god. She believes that everyone on this earth is just here by random chance. That atoms just happen to be here in the way that they are, and you're just incredibly lucky to even exist. And there's no plan for you, there's no plan for the universe, because there is no greater being. It all just happened by chance. Like when you roll a dice, it's like there's no plan for that dice. It just kind of is what it is.
Well said, my friend.
I'm almost a better atheist than you. Anyway, me,
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm Christian, but like not to a T. So the whole like God has a plan. Maybe not. I don't really know.
I feel like that's
And do you think
Christian parents' way of making their child feel better.
yeah. Don't worry, you're not going to be a failure. God has a plan for you.
Ends up being a failure in the future.
You know, this whole
Is this my plan, Mom?
Actually, okay,
Wait, this my plan?
I'd have to say no. I don't think
Nathan?
that like everything happens for a
Nathan
reason.
is asking if we muted him because he's actually apparently
Nathan,
speaking, but we
you're not
can't hear
muted.
him.
Fix your everything. Yeah, I don't believe that everything happens for a reason. Maybe God has an eventual plan, like a very
Still can't
general
hear you.
plan.
I see you trying to speak.
Yeah, we see you trying to talk, but you're not speaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just leave
I
and
see the
join
green
back.
circle.
You can rejoin.
But I feel like maybe, just maybe, a small chance that God has like a very general plan. Like this person. Shut the fuck up! You're muted now.
Yes.
You weren't before, but you're muted now.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I was
joking.
getting really
I'm
angry.
joking. You're not muted.
Nathan, what's your opinion?
What I was trying to say, in Mr. A's class, he said that there are literalists and contextualists.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Like a contextualist.
Religion class.
I remember that.
Yup. Contextualist.
Christian.
That's
That's what I
Caden.
Nathan, you're
Let him
still
Okay.
Nathan, you're still cutting out. I didn't even realize you were still talking until you suddenly came back in and was like, "Oh, I interrupted you. Sorry."
Okay. Here's part 2 of that question. If God does have a plan for us, when we accomplish that plan, what is left for us?
Well, if he would have a plan for us, I feel like the plan would be the whole thing up until the day you die.
I feel like, from my point of view, I feel like if you had a plan and you fulfill your plan, then you have a guaranteed chance of going to heaven? Question mark.
But you don't believe in heaven.
If you ask
That's why I
me,
said question mark,
feel
Hayden.
like
I said
people
from my
kinda-
point of view, goddammit.
What do you mean? Your point of view, there
No.
is no heaven. I'm
I wanna hear Nathan's.
confused.
I wanna hear
No,
Nathan's.
okay, listen, I believe in it as a
Nathan, just speak,
theory.
just
That's
speak.
what I'm saying.
What do you
In
mean
a
you believe in it
theory,
as a theory? This always
it could
confuses
be a
me.
thing, it could not be, but in just general, I just don't believe it could.
Fucking
I don't know,
heaven
okay? Leave me
literally
alone.
is a theory. There's no other way to believe in it.
I'm gonna close this tab.
Aaliyah, do you
kill
believe
myself.
that heaven exists, or do you? Okay, wait, hold on. Let me phrase this right. Do you believe that heaven exists? Yes, nor, nor. Yes, no, or I don't know.
Nor. I pick nor.
No, okay. Do you believe that heaven exists? Yes, no, or I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, that makes so much more sense. So, okay, so confusing
I'm
sometimes.
gonna just. I hate religious conversations. This is always so stupid. Oh.
Alrighty. But yeah, so EJ, to answer your question, yeah, I don't think that there's a big overarching plan for every detail, but I do believe that if there were to be a plan, it would probably be a plan encompassing like your whole life. So you wouldn't like be able to finish the plan and then not have anything else, because by the time you finish the plan, you're dead.
The fuck?
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Story of my life. I
see
take her
what you're saying.
home. I drive all night.
Shut up, Leo.
What? Talking about Nathan.
His internet whack as fuck. He's probably gonna have to leave. Oh.
So I'm like the story of his life.
Yep.
And then I just started singing story of my life.
Caden.
Yeah.
Say like the people that you went to kindergarten with.
Uh-huh.
Say that you were to leave them and you were to.
What?
Say if you went to like preschool with these people.
Yeah.
Then you leave the preschool and you think to yourself that you're never gonna see them again. Yet they see you a few years later. What do you think that they would think about you?
Probably wouldn't remember me. I don't remember anyone from my preschool.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't remember you because there's a
But
whole
if they did
change
remember
from
you,
now preschool.
What do you think they'd think of you?
If they did remember me?
Yeah, what do you think they'd think? Oh, you're so successful. Oh, you're so amazing. Oh, you're so
Oh, I thought you meant like a
I
general.
think they would think my life
For me right
just,
now, like if they were to like come back and like we would become best friends and I'd tell them all about myself. Okay.
I'm sure they would look at my life.
I'm sure
normal.
Yeah, just a normal life. Like I don't think I'm anything special. Kind of just fucking.
Not really, Kaden. You went to private school.
What?
Oh
yeah,
well.
Your life is
it's
normal.
Not like I'm a genius.
Your life is normal. You're taking grade 11 classes.
Anyone can do that. Anyone can do that.
Are you sure though?
Yes, just take classes in summer school.
But what if you can't, like me?
Then do it at a different time. Okay, maybe not technically every single person.
Okay,
but like,
but you realize you were taking grade 10 courses in grade 9 just because you had grade 9 things in your private school, whereas my elementary school had no offers for that.
Okay, Aaliyah, Kaden, I'm gonna say something, and I'm just gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
You guys might not like it, but high school relationships don't last. Like only like 1 out of 100 relationships in high school lasts.
Yeah, relationships in general are pretty.
Thanks for telling me something I think about on a daily basis, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Same.
Do you guys think that you guys might be able to make it?
I mean, I don't see
any
reason why we wouldn't, unless like we like move away for university or something. So
that's the biggest thing, just university. I think that's why it just doesn't make it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, thanks for making me depressed, EJ.
Anyway, no, relationships in general kind of are very like. Do you know the divorce rate for married couples is like 50% or something? At least that's the last time I heard of it.
Really?
Yeah, I've experienced it.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Because Caden and Aaliyah, your relationship is probably like one of the more happy and prospering ones. But how long do you think it's gonna last deep down? because
No clue.
everybody in a relationship asks
No
you these
clue.
types of questions. How long do
EJ,
you think it's gonna
let me put it like this. I only think that our relationship would end if like an obvious problem came about. And right now, I cannot see in my mind an obvious problem coming about. I'm
No, not really.
sure that there's a chance that it would happen, but like I don't know what that would be. I can't envision it. I don't see it happening. So I have no
You
idea.
can't, like, this is one of those things where you just cannot predict the future of unless there's an obvious sign it's not working. Like an
Yeah.
abusive relationship, that's an obvious sign that it's not working. But
Maybe
there
not
is
for the person
nothing.
being abused.
Yeah, not for the. That's kind of sad. But
It
just
is.
from somebody's outside point of view, that's an obvious reason.
Yeah.
So really, there is nothing obvious about us, is there? Because we're the ones in the. EJ is the one viewing it. So EJ, do
Yeah.
you think there's anything obvious about us that would tell us that we
cause
need to?
problem? No, not at all. Actually,
So really, that's what the question is. Like, if this is what is for life, then I see nothing wrong with it.
Hmm.
You know,
And
if there continues to be no problems, no obvious signs, then
Yeah.
I see no reason why the relationship should end.
Same. Like I'm always aware of the possibility because I'm like my life philosophy is kind of that I'm a completely average person. So I always take things like, well, if this is likely, there's a big possibility it'll happen to me. So I'm like aware of the possibility, but I really just don't see any reason why the relationship wouldn't last.
okay, do you guys think which one do you guys think is better, being persistent or knowing when to give up?
Knowing when to give up.
Knowing when to give up. Ah, okay, they're both really important. They're both really important, but knowing what to give up definitely, because that can lead you down some bad road. Like being persistent means it's going to be hard for you to get ahead in life, but like
There
not
is,
knowing what to give up. Like if you're in like a really bad friend group, that can drag you down something big.
you know, there's certain situations where each of those is the right answer,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
So like, keep pushing forward. You're not doing so well at school. Study, work harder, be persistent. There can't be no giving up in school specifically. I mean, unless you drop out, which is really upsetting, but that's okay. You know? But like you have your yeah, with the bad friend group thing, you're in a bad friend group, you the only one who actually has a chance in life. Why keep pushing forward with that bad friend group who's only gonna just pressure you into having a bad life?
yeah.
So, you know,
I see what you're
50
saying.
50.
50-50. It's hard to pick.
What's something else we can look at? Okay, say if you like this girl and you keep going after and after again,
Uh-huh.
and you're more persistent each time,
Yeah.
and you see it going somewhere. Will you keep going? Do you give up?
If you see it's going somewhere, then yeah, because like
It
definitely
depends on how long it took to get results. If it took too long, then I'm just gonna stop there. Like, really, I'm making progress, yes, but at what cost? My
it
whole life?
honestly to me it would depend on my feelings for the person, like completely.
That too, but you also, like, the person's feeling for you as well. Like,
Yeah, but like if I'm still like head over heels for someone, even after I've been trying for a long time, I'm still completely enamored with them, and then they start showing signs that they're warming up to me, I'd probably still go. If anything, that would like motivate me even more. Like, oh shit, here we go. It's finally happening. Don't give up now. It's almost there. You know?
yeah, but if I think I get that, but if I have to change myself for this person, no matter how much I like them,
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
I'm not doing it. I'm
Well,
backing out of it.
I
Like,
mean, it
why
depends.
should I have to change who I am for you to like me?
It depends honestly about what we're changing. Cause I'm
If you're
like,
obviously, yeah, but if you're a bad person, that's a big thing. But if you're like
yeah,
a regular normal person who's living a great life, why should I have to like go stray off my path just for you when I have a like brighter future ahead of me without you? which is actually very depressing if you say that to somebody, so don't.
Yeah. But I mean, okay, this whole like, I've actually kind of been thinking about this lately. This whole thing about like never change yourself from someone, it's kind of misleading because like personal change is good. You know, you always want to strive to be better. It all depends on what you're changing. And also, especially, don't pretend to be something you're not. That's something that's like never good. If you're like pretending to be someone so then they'll like you, but you're not actually that person, that's not
Then
good.
you're
But
gonna
like,
have to, and you end up with them for the rest of your life. Well, guess what? You're an actor.
yeah. But like, if someone, I don't know, say they're, don't want to be offensive, but say they're like overweight. Some people would say, oh, don't feel like you have to change yourself for people to like you. But on the other hand, like, personal change is good. Maybe if you really want this person to like you, that's the motivation you finally have to, you know, start losing weight. And then you feel better about yourself. And then you're healthier. As long as the change is good and you feel it's worth it, you should be able to change yourself however you want to. As long as the change is good. If it's like, I don't know.
Just come down to drugs and alcohol. That's definitely a no-go.
That's a no-go.
If you become a yandere, well, you know what?
Become a
We need to
yandere.
stop you. Who are we to stop you? Because you're gonna kill us.
I'm a back away slowly with my hands above my head.
You know, panic button right here.
What's this?
And Leah, you can semi-answer too. Which one is better? Somebody that is skinny, if you're dating somebody that's skinny, or if you're dating somebody that's, well, fat, I guess.
Like, well, I mean, you can only get so skinny below the average until it's like anorexic. But like for fat, there's a lot more you can go over that line, I guess, to put it lightly.
To the point where you get very unhealthy.
Yeah, the unhealthy.
Okay. That's a big question. See, I don't care about you physically. Well, like, here's the thing. That sounds mean. What I'm trying to say is, I don't care about your looks. I care about your personality. If you happen to be overweight, then, you know, I'll be concerned about your health, not your body. Your body is the least of my concerns. Your health is the most important to me. If I truly love you, your health is the only thing that really matters.
Yeah. Honestly,
if you're underweight, you know, I'm like, not trying to make you fat. I'm not trying to like shame your body.
But if
I'm
you're like
concerned about your health.
If you have an eating disorder, you're gonna try to help them. Aaliyah, eat more.
What do you mean? I don't have an eating disorder. Hayden.
You don't, but like you eat like one meal a day.
Okay, but like, shut up. The whole religion class we were talking about anorexic and stuff like that. You just kept looking at me, and I'm over here just like, leave me alone.
I'm just concerned about your health. Okay.
Thank you, but I'm not anorexic.
All right. As long as you know, as long as the results are good, I guess. What is this?
So, any more questions about this, EJ, or would you like to move on?
Move on. But I do have something else to say involving relationships and stuff.
Go ahead.
Which one would you say is better to say? I will live for you, or I would die for you.
Live for you because fights to the death are not common in modern society.
I will live for you because, you know, why would you, if you love this person, you wouldn't put them in the position where they're grieving over you.
Yeah, that too.
That doesn't bring them happiness. Living for them brings them happiness because you being there is the reason they're happy.
I mean, if push comes to shove,
maybe, yeah.
Dying for you is on the table. Like, if it's like it has to be one or the other, then like, sure, you could say like I'd die for you. But in general, it's not really gonna happen where you have to trade your life. In those situations, you kind of just be like throwing away your life for nothing. Like, I will jump in front of the bullet, and it's like, why don't we just not get shot at? You know?
Romeo and Juliet.
Haha. That. Yes, exactly that. Just, if they're already dead, why would you kill yourself? Just move on with your life. live for them, remember them, carry on their legacy. Although I guess the double suicide kind of worked like that, carried on their legacy, but twas probably a big news story.
Mm,
You know what's a tragedy? We won't get
what?
news stories like that nowadays. The biggest news isn't about a tragic story of two lovers, star-crossed, who had to kill themselves to be with each other. Nah, it's about the latest mass shooting down in another
Yeah,
school.
that's actually really sad.
24 hours news cycles, everybody.
Oh, that's the question.
What?
That's the question.
What?
Brain fart again. That's the question. What do you think runs through the mind of somebody right before they commit a crime?
A what?
What do you think runs through the person's mind right before they commit a crime like that?
It depends on the person.
Oh.
Usually, it's revenge. Kind of. Not revenge specifically on the specific person, but usually it's like, you know, I've been bullied, I've been misunderstood, I've been outcast,
Trauma.
whatever. Trauma, yeah. So they're like, I'm just angry at everyone and the world, and I'm gonna go kill some people.
I felt this while you were having a great life.
Here, have some
No?
misery in your day. Or sometimes it's just complete insanity. Like sometimes it's like, man, or other times it's like I want to be famous. You know, people, mass shooters, their name gets out there. Like EJ.
Yeah, true.
Actually, I'm
Whether
not gonna
it's
say
for
that.
the good reason or the bad.
Yeah, there's no such thing as bad publicity. Great quote. No such thing as bad publicity.
I guess if we're looking at this in a trauma way, yeah, you know, so it is preventable. But if we are talking about it in a like insanity kind of way, there is no stopping the mind kind of way, unless you're dead.
Unless you're dead. Kill them
There
all.
is
Kill
no
everybody.
there is no possible way to change this. I guess therapy,
Yeah,
but if they
therapy.
grew up without it and they thought it was normal, like if they grow up with intentions of killing people, then who are we to tell what's going on in their mind unless they say it? Which most of the
Exactly.
time doesn't happen.
Exactly. It's hard. It's a hard problem to solve. I'd say most of it's a culture problem. It's a culture problem for sure. Like the U.S. specifically, just it's so disproportionately. You know, people can blame the guns and whatever, but people like that are gonna commit crimes regardless. You know, they're probably just gonna bring a fucking knife to school or a metal bat or something. Guns just happen to be the easiest way, most convenient. You know, you just point and shoot. I mean, there's room for debate. Obviously, I'm not a genius. I don't know all the facts. I don't know everything. But just, personally, I do think it's a culture problem. Just something about the culture in, like, schools and for young children in the United States is not right.
True. Make America great again, my ass. Why is everyone legally allowed to carry a gun?
Why do we need to make it great? Shouldn't it already be great?
Honestly, okay. Gun rights,
Like, there's a whole thing about that too. Like, if let's say it wasn't a thing, let's say gun license wasn't a thing, and it was only licensed to police officers and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it'll just push people in life to rebel. Like, if we didn't legalize marijuana, people would just continue to use marijuana illegally,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So who's not to
Prohibition.
say the same thing with guns?
Exactly. That's why I feel like guns should stay legal in the U.S.
That's true, but there's
Because
also the
you're
fact that the government's just making profit off of it.
no, they're not.
Yeah.
Kind of. They're
When
getting
you buy a gun and like I guess do you have to pay money to register for a gun license?
yeah, but it's to private corporations. It's not to the government.
Okay.
But they are getting money from like the NRA. You know, they like fund stuff for the government. So yeah, they kind of are getting money from it. But
Yeah,
in a very
so
indirect and not like
our
one-to-one
world
way.
is just run by money.
It is, yeah. Which I mean, some could say is a bad thing, but there's not really any other way to do it that works as well. Capitalism isn't perfect, not by a long shot. It's actually really flawed, but it's the best option we have. Communism doesn't work. Sorry to burst your bubble. It doesn't. It never has.
Communism.
Communism! No lie, I used to be a communist. Then I was a socialist. Then I realized that whole thing's really, really dumb.
Then I realized I didn't understand anything about politics, and I'd stay away from it.
Nah,
Okay,
one of the biggest epiphanies. Wait, hold on, one time. One of the biggest epiphanies about why communism and socialism was bad was the whole. Never mind, that's too complicated. Not gonna get into it today.
All of this is already complicated for me.
It is.
Yeah. All right. You guys want to make this the final question?
Sure.
I kind of want us to talk about gun rights. That stuff's interesting.
No,
Politics
we're
is
moving on,
interesting.
please. Politics
Okay.
scares me.
You're gonna have to vote eventually.
Eventually, but that's when I have a fuller understanding.
3 years. You got 3 years.
Shut up. Continue, EJ.
You want this to be the final question?
Yeah. Sure, I guess we've been streaming for an hour 25 minutes. That sounds good.
All right. Final question. Do you think the whole world, all of the countries and all that, were truly united? Like, what is mine is yours, and what is yours is mine. We don't hurt each other. We work together.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like that would probably cause insanity.
No.
That would never work, ever. It would fall apart. Like, I know this is a what if, so let's say that the society was established. As soon as you let actual humans do actual human decisions, it would fall apart. Very, very quickly. Very quickly.
Is this another political question?
It actually is. That's pretty much the idea behind communism.
Then I'm gonna struggle with this conversation because I don't understand.
What's mine is yours and yours is mine. That's like communism in its simplest.
What I think is obviously wrong, but I just can't help the fact that I don't understand politics.
It's not obviously wrong.
Not obviously wrong, but it's like not gonna work.
No, you can. There is no definitive answer for politics. Otherwise, there wouldn't be elections, because it'd just be like, all right, this is the right thing. We're gonna do this. Everyone's happy. No, people have different ideas. You can say whatever you'd like to. People will disagree with you, but the majority of this is opinion based.
I mean, I just look at how the way the First Nations are doing it, and if we were to continue that way, maybe our lives would be a little bit better than how it is now.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, sure, the society works. I mean, okay, it depends. Do you value quality of life, or do you value, like, I don't know how to put it. It's kind of like just happiness. Kind of. Contentment, satisfaction, I guess. Because, like, if we look at it before the Europeans came over with their boats and gunboats, the First Nations didn't know of the more advanced technology. They were, like, content with how they were. So they were, like, happy in their society, but their quality of life was nowhere near that of today with advanced medicine and keep going back to healthcare and education and easy access to food. You know, you don't have to go and hunt for your food every day. You know, easy transportation.
Honestly, despite all of that, with the modern stuff, what was that? Oh, that was my phone. Wait, pause. It's actually scaring the shit out of me, so I'm gonna, like, disconnect my phone from my speakers. Alright. That wasn't... Oh well. What was I saying? Yes. Despite the modern stuff we have and how good it is, somehow I feel like I'd just rather live without that. And, like, I'd live a happy, content life instead of having to worry about guns and violence. Maybe the First Nations would eventually learn advanced medicine techniques and, like, things that'll help you in life. But, like, you know, just... I don't...
natural way.
They would eventually get to the point we are at now. They would.
Yeah. But I feel like our lives would... It'd just be more calm
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, except for the fact that they also did war a lot with rivaling
Yeah,
tribes.
true.
You know, it's
But
kind
that's
of
because of what
glorified,
you're
but
saying.
it's like it's they also had lots of violence. You know, all the guy. I mean, I guess you're a girl, so you'd probably be better off than the guys in the whole violence front.
Yeah, that's one thing I'd like to change too.
What?
If we did have that kind of life, no, I will not cook for you. Fuck you.
All right, then you're coming to the army. Let's go. Mandatory army.
I would rather go to the army.
And
I don't know why. Don't ask me.
die
Listen,
on the
it's just like I have a
battlefield. I
sense of power and justice
I would
for what
fucking
I
not.
believe in.
Let's switch. Let's switch, Aaliyah. We got this.
It's
Let's
like
switch
we'll
bodies.
switch.
I'm
For what
fucking. I
I
would
don't
be
mind
so
fighting
happy.
for what I believe in.
I would be so happy to sit in the kitchen and cook and do chores while all the men go out and fucking fight the war.
Well, not really. Like, okay, not just that. I also have to hunt and get the food for
Yeah,
the women to cook. So
exactly. I would be
we'd be
so content.
we'd be that one family.
Aaliyah,
that's just like,
let's switch.
okay, cool.
Look,
Switch usernames and then no
Switch
one will know who we are.
All right.
Actually,
How do I
they
act?
will know. They will know who we are because Kaden, you and me are very different when we
Yeah.
speak.
How do I act as Aaliyah? Call everybody a bitch.
Sad but true. Let's try that. Let's switch. Exactly.
Exactly.
So, like, exactly. So, picture, name,
Alright.
and everything. Well,
And
let's
maybe
do that.
maybe later. I don't want to be the bloody painter. No offense. but
Fine, I'll change it. God.
I'll be a Stolfo. I'll do that.
Fine. We'll do it a Stoffel.
Send
But
me the
I don't want to be Holy Knight.
pick another one I used. Then
Yeah, I don't remember, so I guess I'm just gonna have to do Holy Knight.
yay!
DM me.
Welcome to the
DM me pictures.
Crusaders.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah. So that was the last question. So I think we're gonna end this live stream here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay! That was very fun
That
and
was
confusing.
fun. I love this so much. We need to do more of these every
know.
Saturday night. Bet I made a schedule for you. Thank you. You're welcome. Anyway, good night, everybody. Have a good morning. Actually, it's the morning. We'll see y'all next
Congratulations
time.
if you stayed with us this long.
It's only an hour and a half. You know, it's not that long.
If you stay
1 in
with
the
this
morning.
late to actually watch the stream,
Australians, all right, Europeans, time zones. Our audience is going to be 0% North America. All right. Anyway,
Anyways,
we will see you all later.